In a world teetering between darkness and light, where monstrous creatures stalk the innocent and magic is both gift and curse, there lies a tale of longing, redemption, and the kind of love that defies fate itself. A Soul to Touch isn't just a story, it's a pulse-pounding journey through shadowed forests, forgotten secrets, and the tangled web of two souls who were never meant to meet, yet find themselves bound by a connection deeper than flesh and bone. It begins not with a hero but a beast, not with a maiden but a survivor. And as their worlds collide, something ancient awakens, something forbidden, something that refuses to be ignored. This is not a fairy tale. It's a reckoning. Raihn is a monster. He wears the title like armor because it's what the world has made him. Once a warrior, now something else entirely. Half man, half nightmare, he spent years in isolation, shunned by the very kingdom he once served. His body is marked by the signs of the transformation forced upon him, a twisted curse that has turned his own strength against him. But the scars that run deepest are the ones no one can see. His heart, long silenced by betrayal and rage, beats only for vengeance. That is, until he stumbles upon her. Wren is a healer with hands that mend and a soul that has never known peace. She hides in plain sight within a village that barely tolerates her presence, where rumors about her strange powers cling to her like shadows. Wren doesn't remember where she came from. She doesn't know who her parents were, or why her touch can soothe even the most vicious wounds. What she does know is that loneliness has shaped her just as much as magic ever could. But everything changes the day Raihn collapses on her doorstep, bleeding and broken. Against her better judgment, she saves him, not because he deserves it, but because something inside her responds to his pain. A flicker of recognition, a whisper of fate. Their bond begins in silence, in the quiet moments of shared survival. Raihn is dangerous, unpredictable, and full of rage. Wren is cautious, clever, and unwilling to be intimidated. They circle each other like wild things, sensing the pull between them but too afraid to name it. Wren doesn't know what Raihn is, but she can feel the darkness coiled inside him. It should frighten her. It doesn't. Instead, she sees the man beneath the monster, the grief buried under the growl, the shattered pieces of a soul desperate for redemption. And Raihn sees her too, not just the girl with healing hands, but the woman who carries power she doesn't understand and a past. That may be the key to everything. He's lost, but the world doesn't leave. Lovers in peace. Not when gods are whispering and empires are crumbling. As Wren and Raihn's connection deepens, so too does the danger surrounding them. Something ancient stirs in the land, a hunger that has been waiting for centuries to rise again. Wren's powers begin to grow, uncontrollably and violently. Dreams plague her sleep, filled with ruins and fire and voices that are not her own. She starts to remember things that couldn't possibly be real. Memories of another life, another war, and a soul that once chose to burn rather than bow. And Raihn begins to suspect that the girl who saved his life may be more than just kind-hearted. She might be divine. She might be dangerous. She might be the reason he was cursed in the first place. As their pasts unravel, truths are revealed like blades drawn in the night. Wren is no ordinary healer. She is the rebirth of a forgotten god, the vessel for a power that could destroy or save the world. And Raihn, once a man of honor, was betrayed not just by his people but by the heavens themselves. Their fates are intertwined in ways neither of them understand, and the very bond that draws them together could be the weapon that tears them apart. For there are those who will stop at nothing to keep the old gods buried, those who fear what Wren could become, and there are whispers that love, no matter how pure, cannot undo what the gods have cursed. Still, love blooms in the ruins, not the soft kind, but the kind born of fire and defiance. Raihn begins to lower the walls he spent years building, letting Wren see the man beneath the scars. And Wren, for the first time in her life, begins to believe she's not broken, but chosen. Their love is a rebellion, a refusal to be defined by what others have made them. But even love has its limits, especially when the world demands sacrifice. War looms on the horizon. The kingdom that exiled Raihn now hunts him like prey, and Wren, with her god-touched powers, becomes the target of a holy order, sworn to exterminate anything that threatens the natural order. They flee through wild lands and ancient ruins, chased by soldiers, haunted by visions, and hunted by creatures that have no name. Each step brings them closer to the truth of Wren's origin, of Raihn's curse, and of the prophecy that binds them together. As the final battle draws near, Wren must make an impossible choice. Embrace the power within her and risk losing her soul, or walk away and let the world burn. Raihn, too, must decide if he can be more than the monster they made him, if he can be the protector Wren needs, even if it means facing the gods themselves. Together, they must confront the pasts they've tried to forget and the futures they never dared hope for. A Soul to Touch is a tale of passion that defies prophecy and tenderness, found in the most brutal places. It's about two people who were never meant to find each other but do, and the chaos their love creates. This isn't a gentle romance. It's a collision of destinies, a storm wrapped in flesh and fire. With haunting prose and characters that breathe on the page, the story pulses with magic, mystery, and emotion so raw it will leave you aching. From cursed forests to celestial temples, from whispered betrayals to burning declarations, every page builds toward a climax that is as devastating as it is beautiful. Wren's journey is not just about discovering who she is, but choosing what kind of god she wants to be. Raihn's is about reclaiming the man he once was and deciding if love is worth the risk of becoming whole again. Together they are a force the world cannot ignore. And when the final moment comes, when gods fall and kingdoms tremble, their love will not be a whisper, it will be a war cry. A Soul to Touch is more than a fantasy romance. It's a fierce and intimate story of identity, redemption, and the courage it takes to touch another soul when yours has been broken. If you've ever wanted to believe in a love that could burn down empires and still be tender enough to heal a wound with a kiss, this story is for you. It's dark and lush and heart-shattering in the best possible way. Don't just read it, feel it. Let it touch your soul.